What's up, y'all? So, man, yes, the Herman Star back again with another video, and I'm here to do the Aquarius full moon reading for the sign of Leo. So if you have Leo in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. I want to say happy birthday or happy belated birthday to all the Leos out there. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my cousins, you know. Yeah, Aquarius full moon is today. You are one of my You're my big four, and I'm doing reads for my big four today. So Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius, and then you. So you're getting a read today for show. Hopefully things are going well for you. We'll see what messages does God, the universe have for you. What else? Hopefully you enjoyed your birthday as well. All right, interesting read we have here. I might choose more cards to see what's what, but we start with the Queen of Cups. So it's good to be in this energy. You know, I do think that there is a battle of both feminine energy and I'm gonna say some toxic masculine energies here, and I will get to why I say that in a few. But this is stable, intuitive, compassionate energy, and this could be what you need to have for yourself. You know, being in this type of energy, especially when you are, it probably seems as though you're battling the more masculine aspects of yourself. Now, the reason why I say that is you got the Queen of Cups, as I just showed you, but your next two cards are King cards. So you have the King of Cups in reverse, which, you know, yeah, King of Cups, the partner of the Queen of Cups, but we have someone in reverse here, you know, someone who's a poor guider, someone who's very much manipulative as well. And then you got the King, not Queen, but King of Wands in reverse as well. So another example of someone who's a poor leader, right? I think that ultimately how it ties in, especially to today, the Aquarius full moon, there's a Leo out there, I think, who is struggling with expressing themselves, right? And Aquariuses, you know, this time in general, whether you're Aquarius or not, is meant to motivate you to be who you are unapologetically. Now, Leos tend to be that. You know, they tend to be people who want to be the center of attention, right? But I see it happening in a way where you feel as though, you gotta be like this big macho, toxic masculine, male or female, because there are women who think that masculinity is just when they take on a masculine trait, it's always this toxic masculine trait. It's you know, this toxic portrayal of what it means to be masculine, right? And I'm looking at you and I'm like, and I'm not you, Leo, but I'm looking at those women like, you lucky you're a woman, because I'd beat the shit out you right now. Anyways, in all seriousness though, it's like, I think that, you know, you're showing up not necessarily as yourself, but what you think you have to be in order for you to, I don't know, garner some attention. You know, it could be a situation where you are in a position of leadership. You might have Taurus in your chart because Taurus had a reading that was somewhat of like you know, they were in leadership position or being viewed as someone who can lead, right? So, but yeah, from what I'm seeing here, again, with you have the queen and the king. So clearly I think that, you know, that's big leadership energy in general, right? But ultimately, not everybody in a leadership position is a good leader. You know, you have people again who will put on an act and think they have to be a certain way. This is what a leader looks like, right? So then they put on that act, you know. Whereas what that Queen of Cups is here to remind you is this one, that's not actually how you lead. That's not actually how you are. And let's just say there are people around you who may have mentored you into being this type of toxic leader, right? You got to do things your way. You know, you got to do things your way. You got to show up your way. I mean, the full moon is reminiscent of that. The Aquarius full moon is very much of, you got to do things your way. You got to express yourself. It don't matter what these folks are saying or what they're going to say, right? Have that compassion for yourself that you can figure things out on your own and in a way that's going to express who you are. Who you are genuinely, not how, again, someone says you have to be as a leader, right? If this is a situation where you're a man watching this, you're a male, and you're, as men, as we are viewed as leaders of, you know, whatever household, whatever the case is, right? It could be a situation again where you're looking, you're taking on, as with many men do, especially ones who didn't necessarily have a male figure or positive male figures in their life. They start to take on this negative portrayal of what it means to be a leader, and then once again they represent themselves as a King of Cups and a King of Wands in reverse, right? People who are just very toxic, bad, manipulative, even abusive, damn near tyrannical, and then they say that's leading, right? Or that's me being a man, right? Whereas again, you can still, you know, have things, get people to do things that you want them to do, and have that compassion for them. Have that compassion for yourself, that you don't need to have everything together. Again, because the King of Wands, when they're upright, is someone who faces challenges. It's not someone who is perfect, but someone who is able to face challenges. Someone able to step up and say, hey, this is new to me. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna take on this task anyway. You know? And then again, that Queen of Cups is very much compassion. So balancing this bravery and this compassion for yourself seems to be what's really needed for you right now. I'm gonna at least try to find some more, get some more cards. What else do you want Leo to know? Just because it's your birthday season, why not? Interesting. All right. So big royalty energy here. But before we even get to that, we have the Death card in reverse. Fear of change, negative patterns. It's pretty much hard for you to stop being this toxic masculine or just toxic leader, because it's what you were bred to be. Again, whether it's people who you view as mentors, people in your life who betrayed themselves or portrayed themselves to be this way. It's something that needs to die Like, this is a cycle you need to break, clearly. But it's not going to come easy because it's something that you've known, I'm going to say, all your life, or a good portion of, whenever you've been exposed to this energy. So it's like, it's not all that you know, but it seems that way because that's the energy that, unfortunately, is abundant and around you. Your last card is, again, we have the King and Queen of Cups here. We have the King of Wands here. We also have the Queen of Wands that showed up in reverse. This is someone who is very much insecure, very much jealous. This is not good energy to be in, Leo. This is what I'm going to say. Like, this is not good energy you would want to be in, or I want you in. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work for you to, it seems, to escape this energy. And I think that, and I'm not telling you what to do, this is simply just a suggestion from me. Not from God, not from people you probably trust. If you don't trust me, this is simply a suggestion from me. To get away from this energy, because it's so damn strong, I think you physically need to get away. You physically need to remove yourself from this energy, meaning you either move away or you don't frequent the areas where this energy is heavily present, right? Maybe you go on a trip and do some soul searching. And then you come back and your mind is clear. You're away from this energy. I just hope if you do decide to take the route of distancing yourself, you don't take this energy with you and then start poisoning other people. Because you've been poisoned with this energy, it seems. Yeah, I don't like this for you. To be real with you, Leo, and I gotta keep it real. The good thing is, like I said, like I've said in past reads, simply because a card showed up upright or reversed doesn't mean that the other energy isn't present. Meaning, with the reverse kings and queen that you have here, and even with that reverse death card, doesn't mean that these things, like the opposing energy, isn't present. The death card is still here, meaning, yeah, it's in reverse, but meaning that you can do away with this toxic energy. You can't change other people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're going to change these people who influence you to be this way and to be more so of a Queen of Cups here, right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying you. This is you. This is your reading. It's not their reading, all right? You want me to read for them, tell them to hit me up, all right? But you can change how you view things. You can change how you behave. You can change all of this. And you can change it. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some work. And I'm using some as just a word. It might take longer than what you would desire it to take. But personally speaking, I would, however long it takes, if this is not the type of leader or just individual you want to be, I would not be tripping about how long it takes, as long as it's getting done, as long as the poison is getting removed from my body. I don't care how long the procedure it takes. I just want it out of my body, so that's how I would view the situation if I were in your shoes, Leo. All right, but quite the intense one. That's the tarot here. Usually the last reads I do for the day are super chippy and stuff, but I have no control over that. Alright? All I can do is read and try to give you the best advice possible. And yeah, so best of luck with this situation here. We're about to get into an oracle card, but before I choose a card, I would like to remind you to hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe as well. Your oracle card today is making plans. Chart your course with intention. The future is yours to design and navigate. So again, the advice I gave you was to get away from this energy. Whether you choose to do so or not is your choice, but it does seem, with at least with the oracle card here, nonetheless, whether you decide to go away or not, you're the one in charge here. You're the one that has to control your destiny. You're the one that has to design, again, what you want your future to look like. Not, again, this toxic energy who taught you to be this way, who said you had to be this way because this is what, a man is, or this is what a leader is, right? So honestly, whether, again, you're away or you're not away from this energy, take some time to really just think about what you want your future to look like, how you want to represent, how do you want to show up. Again, not giving a damn about what everybody else got to say. How you want to show up, and then again, just make a plan on how you're gonna execute that. All right. Best of luck to you once again, and this has been your Aquarius full moon reading. All right. If you got anything of value from this read, hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, until next time, until next video, once again, happy belated birthday. Happy birthday to any Leo coming up. This is going to be the last read I do for the month of August because, well, I'm going on a trip and I'm going to celebrate my birthday later on this month. So, yeah. Until next time, until next video, y'all take care out there. All right? Peace.